Hello everyone. Just loaded into the auto run. Probably not gonna get anything good out of it. Let's reroll into more garbage. Power long. Nope, absolutely useless. Maybe it doesn't matter. Just using gold chip right now to, because I need to loop Uma stand back into my legacy. It's all just nimble nav. Oh, we're gonna do like 2 hours of runs until, what's this? I don't think I hit anything new. Yeah, let me double check. This would be easier if I just checked in here. I'm gonna do 2 hours of runs until the schedule drops. What was this? 3-star wit, 2-star turf. Useless. I don't think I hit anything. I guess I could technically use this Mario instead. I'm gonna use Mario as the secondary main. So parent. But no, there's no progress. I'm trying to hit this stupid. Trying to hit the stupid gold chip, but I've done so many runs now on her. I can't get like a medium gold chip. Like, it's not even for looping. I'm just trying to hit a medium gold chip. Medium stamp gold chip, I guess. It's like a 1 in 4 and a 1 in 5. I guess I haven't done enough runs for it to be. Well, it's 1 in 4 and 1 in 5, and then I also need a Spark Uma stand with 0 legacy. Well, I think 2 legacies, which might be hard. And it's gonna go back into Amaru. But, like, I need Uma stand and ideally Groundworks. The Groundworks barely comes by. So no progress on Ricky. It was weird. Yesterday was like the first day in over a year now where I didn't do a single manual run. Like, obviously I still opened up the game and like did like 12, 15 clinker runs, but it was like the first day I didn't do a single manual run, which felt weird. Yeah, this just lets me do more medium sparks because I don't need, I mean, like, I should also replace this side because I don't need any dirt sparks. But Ricky's not gonna get that much love. Okay, I think 3-speed 1 wit still feels like an ideal split for me. Like, I'd take a wit spark on my parents now instead of like going so deep into stam. I think I'm taking a power spark here. Instead of a additional +2 wit. I think that's what this gold chip has, yeah, 2 power. I can't imagine, like, Grand Live would be received well at all if people still needed to go back to, like, 40-minute mant runs to do their parents. Like, they had to play Grand Concert and do 40-minute mant runs. No Grand Prix. I don't like training wit on the first 3 turns. It just feels like a waste because I want to rest while, like, Light Hello isn't here. Okay, they're just gonna make me do 3 power trainings. Like, I like to rest on this turn. Yeah, I do man, well, except yesterday I did auto runs on Maru, but I do mant runs still for Maru. Maru's like one of the easier ones to do mant runs on. But like when I was doing Tachyon, like there's no way I'm doing manual Tachyon runs in mant. I don't know. Like I still do some manual parents, and you know, I don't mind doing manual parents. But like for looping especially, auto run helps a lot. Yeah. Still would like to improve my Ogre, but I don't think it's going to be a parent thing at this point. I think I just have to do more runs into Ogre to try to get 300 more wit. Just have to get luckier. My LB Turkey's still annoying. It's not that bad. You lose on some of the early races, but now that like the early races doesn't matter for affinity, I don't think it really matters in the end. Do we move to Grandmasters for manual parenting? No, not really. I mean, you're gonna move to Grandmasters on auto, obviously. Grandmasters probably would let us drop a card for a skill card. But I don't think you would ever not auto the newest scenario. But for manual parenting, like, it's not stronger than Mant. It's a like, but it's only like probably like 5% worse to do Grandmasters over Mant, and it's just, like, Grandmasters would just be better to do because it's shorter. It's shorter. The scenario card gives you Umastan, which is a skill that is pretty good to chase for. What else? The goddess skills are like mediocre. I don't think they're that strong. Do you run it like a normal? Oh, for Mant parenting, you just run it like a normal run. I just don't clock the like the lost G2, G3s. With Throne Borrow, like, it's not too hard to hit double S, even if you lose a couple of the G2, G3s. I don't think that... I think end closers are pretty weak on the mile. I think lates, for once, lates, like, are probably stronger for the Hanshin mile, just because the one... Actually, I don't think it's a 100 meter delay. I think it's like a 60 meter delay on the final straight. Favors lates a little bit more, just because of the buffed on your left. Ideally, like, in terms of meta, like, if like your room was completely filled with meta, I think the only late surger that could do anything is Medro Dober camping. But I think like lates in general are going to be fine on the mile. Is the delayed transcend cheerleader worth anything? I think it still does something. It's just obviously you would want, like, I think straightaway spur and crushing shadow still does something, but ideally you would want, you know, instantaneous. Ryan I'm a little bit iffy on, just because, like, I don't know how, but I cannot get these guts. I don't know how the meta is going to end up shaping out. I'm assuming most people are going to play, like, pace front. Like, I would think that, like, on your left, Leap, Nishino. I think Chaz and Cheer does more than Ryan. So, like, I would do, in terms of, like, tier list, it would be on your left, Leap, Nishino. And then Chaz and Cheer. Triple Rainbow this early. That's weird to look at. Junior year, early October, triple Rainbow. On a level 1 facility, because none of my trainings went into speed. I don't really want to spend guts, I just don't have any. I guess it's better just to spend speed for SP now. Okay, there's the second 5%. Wow, another triple rainbow? So many triple rainbows, but Light Hello hasn't been really calling me a good boy. I need the power here. That's what do I need for the last song? Which one am I missing? Is it Metro Orion? Check. Oh, this one's Metro Orion. I'm missing Smart Falcon. Smart Falcon is Speed Guts, I think. I think it's Speed Guts. What's the average amount of greens I'm hitting on Ricky? I think every run I've hit like 5. And then obviously I want to try to hit the 6th one. But I think I've like all the like I mean I've only completed like got 2 near the end. But both of them hit 5. Let's do this because I think I'll have enough energy to do any training here. I'd like to carry over a song, but I hit all the 5%, which is nice. I mean, I have to. It's a 5% failure. I have to greed for it. Okay, I think I can carry over a song. This seems like I have enough. I'm just a little bit worried because I don't have that much guts, and you need 21 for the SP song. I should be able to buy 4 here. Yeah. Let's do the race first. That's pretty good junior year. As long as I'm able to buy 4 techniques, like this is ideal. Also, like I don't lose this one. I don't lose this race. But that was a pretty ideal junior year. Like really good bonds, 2 triple rainbows. All 15% friendship bonus. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to carry over a song. Hopefully I can spend down my... I don't really want to spend down my stam. I'd like a speed and a wit here. Okay. Make me spend down my stam, I guess. And then there's a wit. Maybe I should have taken the energy technique. Alright, we're gonna buy this power one and then cycle 1 technique into the +2 SP. I think technically this deck would rather have the +1 wit over the +1 power. That's not the end of the world. That's like so minor. Alright, I'll probably date this first turn. Just so I can prep the... I guess I can... I forgot about the 21 energy here. About 1 day and I already forgot. Yeah, I'm still gonna date here since spawns are... Start training. Let's cycle for the SP up. Just have to buy 1 technique. I can't afford this guts one. Nice. Wow. What a good early game. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have recreation here. I like saving the +70 for early September because after summer, like you should be low on energy to where you get the full effect of the +70. Is it okay to carry over C1 and 2, right? And then buy the 3 songs for C3. Yeah, I don't... If you're like low on material or low on tokens, I think it's fine to not carry over on song 3. Like, the reason why you want to carry over for song 3 is because if you're on a good pace, you should still be able to afford everything, and you want to prune a song, since it's a pretty low chance that you are able to like actually just flat out buy 5, like all 5 of the songs, or yeah, like it's very unlikely that you buy 5 songs senior year and they were all friendship bonus ups. Because I know you can, like obviously ideally, you don't carry over a song from concert 3, and you save those tokens to be able to buy 5 songs before concert 4 and have 50% friendship bonus, it's just so unlikely that you win, like, you're able to get all the friendship bonus songs in those 5, which is why I usually say, like, you just want to try to enter with 45%, and if you got really lucky, like with trainings like this, and you got really lucky, that you're just able to buy 5 songs with the carryover, rather than praying that you hit 5 songs without pruning one from last turn. Like, the peak of friendship bonus is 50%. It's just like, that is so unlikely to happen that it's just better to come in with a carryover. But if you're not, like, if you don't think you can afford, you know, the 4 techniques to be able to see that 4th song on Concert 3, then there's not really a point in going for it. Because you'd rather say, like, carrying over at... Wow, that was a really bad inspiration. I only got angling? What? Such good trainings into that inspiration? And I lost my train of thought. Man, being able to buy 4 songs is more important than pruning a song from last turn. It's just like, when you do the carryover, it's cheaper to prune the songs. But I don't know, you could get lucky and not to buy a song, like the 4 techniques in the song from Concert 3, and then somehow buy 5 songs for 50%. Is Austin Machan's unique useless on Miles? I would personally say that Austin Machan's unique is useless on any track that isn't a 1200 meter. Like, I think if Austin Machan wasn't on a 1200 meter track, she is like B tier at best. Even on the 1k sprint, yeah. Even on the 1k sprint. Because I mean, I can pull up the 1k sprint right now. Well, the 1k sprint is... what track again? Is it the Niigata? Hold on. Give me a second. Track. Where's the Niigata? Right. Austin Machan's unique, but proc at the 600 meter mark here. I mean, it's carryover. It's just... like, this is a League of Heroes. And there's just so many better Umas in this track. Like, Curran Wedding is better. Sorry, let me leave this up. Curran Wedding is better. Who else? Who else was meta for this track? Seeking the Pearl, I'd say, was probably better. Seeking the Pearl, Curran. I think Calstone Lido came out in time for this. Like, Calstone Lido is better. KS Miracle is better. Boxshin is better. Ogre is better. This track isn't really favored for frontrunners. It's like way too short of a track for frontrunners to do anything. Like, there's just significantly better Umas. Like, the other issue is that there isn't a second frontrunner that you can really run for this track. Like, you wouldn't run Suzuka on this track because it's way too short. And like, Suzuka wants to try to gamble, I guess, on she kind of needs a corner. Well, it's not even that she needs to gamble, it's just more so Suzuka needs angling and scheming, so you can do Suzuka, angling, and scheming, and Austin Machan in second with Silent Letter. So it's just like really hard, like, for her to have value because she doesn't have the support, and like Curran-chan and Sneaking the Pearl is just so strong on this. That's why, like, if you look at the review now, I did this like an hour ago because I completely forgot to do it yesterday. I took 1 day break and I just completely forgot about the things I needed to do. She's only like played twice. There's like 1 CM and 1 League of Heroes where she's like meta. Wasn't Light O meta on the last sprint? She was, yeah, I would say she was meta. Like top 3 was Austin Machan, Bakshin, and Light O. Durandal is like never used. Enclosure is just like really, it was too weak in League of Heroes. Durandal's pretty meta for like every sprint. Or not Durandal, sorry, Calstone Lido. Yeah, Durandal's not really meta. For League of for CMs, Durandal is more used. Like Enclosures and Late Surgers are like just really hard to use in League of Heroes. Are ends ever good in any sprint ever? Well, I mean, they can be used in CM. It's just like they cannot be used in League of Heroes. They're just too volatile in League of Heroes. Because a lot of their skills get disabled. Right? There's 6 NPCs and 6 actual Umas. Half of the skills don't work if you overtake the NPCs. Like that's like it's not even that like you can get blocked by NPCs. But like it's just more so like half of these skills don't work. I mean, I guess Daring Strike works. This is a bad example because you can be the dead last end closer. Like you have to more so imagine CMs as like a 6-person or League of Heroes as a 6-person race because the 6 NPCs are just like useless. Like Trash and Cheer would never work in League of Heroes because you're in 6th place as an end closer. And you still have the chance of getting blocked. Like, half of it is that you'll get blocked. The other half is that, as an end closer, your skills just don't end up working. The NPCs aren't, like, terrible. But, like, it would be very rare to see an NPC in top 6. Like, it's just that they have like, decent mid-game. It's just their stats are lower, and, like, sometimes they don't have the actual excel that you need on the track. So, like, they'll never end up being top 6. It's just they have enough mid-race where they can punish end closers out of positioning. Daring Strike was not a good example. But, like, something like Tross and Cheer would get disabled. I need to get 7 of these wit tokens. But nothing is giving me wit tokens. Well, shoot. Do I think League of Heroes is good design? I think it's fine, but like top... Oh, here's some wit tokens when I'm out of energy and I don't have fine motion bonded. I think League of Heroes is a fine design. Like it's on like the same level as CM. Like you can still lose because of RNG. Like if you're going for like top ranks, if you face more because it's skill-based matchmaking, or I guess it's not really skill. It's ranked-based matchmaking, right? So like you could just not break like top 1000 because you face more top 1000s than another person. Like it's not like a bracket or anything. But I think it's like fine design as a like PvP event. I have way too many speed tokens. And now I don't have enough wit for the stupid SP song. And I can't carry over a song. So I'm not able to afford any of these. This is where it crashes and burns. Fine motion's not bonded at summer. But I think League of Heroes is fine. I have 160 speed tokens. Yeah, I don't have enough wit for the SP song. I mean, I just need to spend down. And I didn't hit it. Oh. Oh. I do this because I need the guts, and it gives me wit tokens, and Light Hello didn't call me. I just have to chase Light Hello. Like, that's the only way this run gets saved. That sucks. I just have the rest here. Four turns. I really don't want to buy Guts up though. Like, I'm pretty sure buying this Guts up is worse, but I have 0 wit. Oh, Ricky's Evo's any good? Any like green skill Evo is generally not that strong. But she's still really strong because her kit is just kind of overtuned. But I wouldn't really say that Evo or Ricky got like strong Evo. She gets 0.1 target speed and like 20 more speed from her green. Okay, what? I lost 6 turns. I mean, it's not that much SP that I'm losing, right? Please give me the SP up. Oh my. I think this run's dead. Like, no fine motion bond, and like, I spend this entire run just chasing, or this entire classic year chasing. Who do I think has the strongest Evos out of the first batch? Honestly, I don't really think it's Teo. I think Seeking, like, I just looked at Seeking the Pearls because, you know, I was doing the write-up on it. I think Seeking the Pearl honestly has probably the strongest evolutions. Because on release, Seeking the Pearl has a sprint skill and a mile skill, but her Evos let them, like, work on any sprint mile. And like, this is a 3-second 0.5 speed essentially, and then the other one is a 4-second 0.35 target speed. Like, these two are like the strongest skills you could have. 3-second 0.5, 4-second 0.35, and it works on any sprint mile instead of it being split like how she is going to be on release. Because like Teo was used for like one League of Heroes, right? She was used for the Tokyo Derby as your third option, but like Christmas Vodka and Neo Universe, like, probably were both better than running Teo on your team. Like, Valentine's Enos Fujin and Kitas in Black, White or Kitas in White, are locked as your 2 front runners. Your third slot is flexible, and I think Vodka Christmas and Neo Universe just do Teo's job better. But like, Seeking the Pearl with her Evos makes her top 3 meta for League of Heroes. Like, if you own Seeking the Pearl, you have to be running her for sprint miles, because that's just how strong her kit is. Is she more pace focused or late focused? Technically more pace focused because she has like head on, and like pace have a little bit like when you have this much mid race, you're scared of losing like on your left, right? Or like you're scared of exiting the conditions for late surger stuff. Whereas pace chasers, most of your skills are like, if you're in first place, it doesn't really matter. Like when you have this much target speed, this might just be a little bit too much target speed. If you wanted to play Seeking the Pearl as late surger, once she gets her evos, like you probably have to grab like angling and scheming on her, on top of budding blossom, and like at that point you should just be playing a pace chaser. So like I think she's more pace focused because like she just has way too much mid race in her kit. Her unique, you also want to be to get the T pulse version of her unique. You want to be within 2 lengths of first place, which is a little bit more consistent as a pace chaser than a late surger. But it's like you don't lose too much. Like, I mean, obviously lose 0.1 target speed, which is like half a meter. You lose like a 1/4 of a length if you don't trigger her the better version of her unique. But she's more consistent as a pace chaser. That League of Heroes is the only time you hear people talk about Christmas vodka. Yeah, she was only used for that League of Heroes. I think Neo Universe was better, but I think like the winner in the JP version was a Christmas vodka user. I think I'm giving up this run. This was such a miserable post-summer. I just have 160 speed tokens. And now that I've bonded Fine Motions, she's just going MIA. Yeah. I just have no tokens. Like, this is so miserable. But I think it's Seeking the Pearl. Like, Seeking the Pearl just becomes so meta. Tokai Teo becomes, like, A tier. Seeking the Pearl becomes S tier on Evos. I mean, she probably still loses to, like, Taiki and, like, Helios. But, like, she's like a top 3 option. Do fronts have a recovery unique that they can inherit? You're basically not... The only one off the top of my head is, and it's also because, like, that's the one that everyone uses, is Halloween Top Gun. This is the one that, like, this is the one that everyone uses on JP now. I cannot remember if... I cannot remember if there was, like, another 0.75 or 7.5 for front runners before Halloween Top Gun. Yeah, I don't know if there's one before Halloween Top Gun. I also don't remember when Halloween Top Gun releases. It's definitely not this Halloween. It's not the next year. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's one that releases before this. Before Top Gun. But I, like, quick glance, it doesn't look like it. Like, I definitely don't remember any of these front runners having a recovery skill. So I think you're just waiting until Top Gun. But at least it's a 3.5 recovery. I think it's a super quick recovery. Am I gonna talk about the schedule rundown now? I was waiting, well, probably like 30 minutes before the schedule releases. That's what the timer's for. That's when the schedule drops. But like I have it all written up. But yeah, I'll go into like a little bit more depth, like when we look at their kits and stuff. Let me just do a couple of runs. And by a couple of runs, I mean, I think I'm doing this run. Because why do I have 180 speed tokens? And I got the SP skill 11 turns late. Which is Like 50 SP. I don't even know if carrying over a song here is good. I just started doing it because I'm a little annoyed. Can't spend guts and send power. Okay. Alright, we're quitting out of this run. I think I would have played it out to the... If I didn't fail that, I think I would have played it out. Yeah, I passed the 30% failure, but I lose the 10%. The Halloween Mino Top Gun sees a lot of views because she actually has a decent kit for front runner. Especially when Daiwa Wit like falls out of favor of being ran. There's only like 2 Umas that have the acceleration skill for long tracks. But Fast Learner is just really strong when, you know, you have like 6k SP. So Halloween Top Gun's probably the most used version. Like if you look at any future, well, outside of maybe even for sprints, but if you look at like any League of Heroes teams, like there's a good chance, like maybe 10-20% of them are running Halloween Top Gun as their secondary front runner, because it's just a very budget option when you own her. Yeah, ideally you play Mino Top Gun on, but like it's just, I don't know, her unique's just so power crept, right? It's a 6-second 0.25 current speed. That's like what the majority of frontrunners right now have, and then it attaches an additional 7.5% stamina recovery on it. I mean, honestly, getting current speed is probably even is better than like half of the frontrunners kits right now. Attaching the additional 7.5 to like read even more skills, because like, I don't know, for a medium track now you don't really need a recovery. It makes her pretty strong with that guaranteed fast learner. But yeah, like they're ran on outside of long tracks, because like ideally, like you're down an Evo skill if you're not on a long track, but it still ends up working. Fast learner does make, like, would you rather run Top Gun or would you rather run a better front runner, but you have to fast learner cycle? I think stamina requirements on the other mediums such as Arima are going to be roughly around this track's requirement. They're actually going to be probably a little bit less, honestly. Not because of the downhills. Like, the additional meters don't... Arima Kina is probably about the same, but the other medium track is probably like a little bit less. The downhills do save a lot of stam. I'd rather just get SP from it. So I know the meta for CM18 is just pace. Pace front. You can run late surgers, and closers are a little bit weak. That's the entire meta. It's a mile. Like, frontliners generally are stronger on miles. So like you'll see frontrunners, you'll see Taiki Shuttle, Yoshino Flower, Fine Motion. You might even see Rice Shower with, I don't actually, Rice Shower I would not see as meta because of her mile aptitude. But like the Nishino Flower Wit card is like really bad, and it's a determined descent track, or it's a downhill track. So like Fine Motion and I think Nishino Flower are the favorite pace chasers. What do I need for this? Why am I not scheduling it? Just rest here. End closers, like, I mean, the meta is probably, like, if you were to run an end closer, it would be Christmas Ogre. Nemesis Flash Forward and Coaching Shadow. Run Flower with 2 Murmur debuffers. Sure. I think like the Pace Chasers with Determined Descent are probably the strongest, but I mean like Ogre's still gonna be good. It should just be a mix of Pace Front, and there's some outlier like Midro Dover Camping is probably the strongest late surger. Does Taiki work? It's a little iffy. You lose like half of your unique. Taiki can work, but you do lose like half your unique. Let me see if I can pull up a simulator for it. Was it Hanshin 1600? I guess I can just reload the preset. Let's see here. Taiki Shuttle. How do I spell Taiki? Taiki. Run the sample. What? Does this thing not show skills procs? Also, dueling is just so... Like, shorter tracks, dueling is just so important that it's hard to play a backliner. Why is Shooting for Victory not being shown? Man, it's kind of annoying. It doesn't show like the instant proc of it. But like it's around here. Like, you don't get the full effect of Shooting for Victory, which makes it a little bit weaker. Right, halfway through the corner. So you lose like probably like 50% of your skill. But I just think that like with dueling is just more important when it's like the only dueling is a very big deciding factor when we're like at this lower power. When we get like stam keep and like the other mechanics and stuff and like more SP and more stats, dueling isn't make or break. But like if you are not included in the duel, you kind of just lose. So if you were to play a backliner, you just kind of have to push up as far as possible to not swing out and be like and not like get the pace chasers to duel without you. I want to give up this run. These trainings have been so bad. I'm just so spoiled from the triple rainbows. Every track that Taiki works on, Nishino does, but not vice versa. Yeah, Taiki, like the thing with Nishino Flower's unique is that it only triggers during the late race. Taiki Shuttle just triggers whenever at the halfway point. So like they both trigger at the halfway point, but the halfway point of the final corner. But Nishino Flower can trigger afterwards, and it will always wait for the late race. So as long as the halfway point of the final corner is like before the late race, Nishino Flower will always give you instantaneous excel, assuming that you fulfill their preconditions. Yeah, like Nishino Flower isn't really like a pace parent, it's just you kind of want it on anybody except fronts. It's an everybody but front runner parent for miles and sprints. But more so, like, usually only pace use it because we'll get the other roles will get more tools. Where, like, Budding Blossom is an option, but not that mandatory. It just depends on like whether you're going for a mid-race build or a late race build on your backliner. You kind of have to play around, like, I guess you're unique in like your kit. Like Taishin, Haru, New Year's, they all have mid-race. Narita Bryan, if for some reason you're playing her as a backliner, all have mid-race uniques. So you would want to like push up into the pace chaser position rather than relying on like let's pump some iron. I feel like this run's so bad, but I mean I got 15% friendship. And Fine Motion this time around is bonded. Is 2.2 excels the same effect as a single 0.4? Yes, as long as they're like the same duration. But yeah, they just add together. But they have to be the same duration. A lot of the 0.4... actually, I guess not a lot of the 0.4s. Any gold skill gives you 0.4. But if they gave the if both the 0.2s last the exact same duration, it would be the same. They just add together. Actually, I think I'd rather... No. Actually, I think I'd rather rest here. How reliable to get a unique, like I did with Rod. If you're gonna have to, I think 3-star makes it very reliable. Like I think like my odds are like 70% with 2 3-stars, but you need the 3-star green. Like I think it's really unreliable if you do 2 2-stars. Maybe a 5-star is copable, but like you're looking at like 40% of your runs being dead. So like if you want a Nishino Flowers unique, you're gonna have to find a Nishino Flower borrow that has a 3-star green unique and then put it on both sides. If it's like something that you think is mandatory to have. If it's like a speed green, it's fine to only have one side. Because we have so much affinity. But 2 sides, at least to me, feels mandatory. Is the best place to check inherit percentage the Global's mechanic stock? I think like both like databases have a calculator for you, where like you can just give them your parents' partner ID and they'll do it for you. So like if you want to like see the exact percentage, there's like a resource doc with parenting. That one would probably give you the actual inheritance percentages and not like the global doc with like the global mechanics stock, because the global mechanics stock is just for racing. But all the parenting sites I think now calculate it for you. How much affinity do you lose for repeating GPs? You don't lose any affinity for repeating GPs. The only time you lose affinity is if like the trainee is the same as your grandparent. So like if I had a Ricky GP, I would lose affinity. But doubling up on Seiyun doesn't lose any affinity. Outside of the fact that like I guess I could have replaced Seiyun with a higher affinity Uma. Because like there's still the base affinity, and I don't think Ricky has great base affinity with Seiyun. I don't think Ricky likes Seiyun all that much. Checking right now. Got 17 affinity, which is like like not top 30 or something like that. Yeah, you can check that without installing something. The parenting sites, they just ask for your ID, like your practice partner ID. It's like that one you can do without installing a third-party app. It is so cooked. I lost the SP bonus. Now I have like 0 currency. Oh, my bonds are so good though. Alright, let's count. -2. Okay. Can't do that one. Ooh, triple rainbow. Wait, we're so back. We're so back. Okay, I don't really want to do a single rainbow. Let's buy speed. I need 10 stam. Okay. It's not really funny anymore. Okay, -4 SP. Thank you, Light Hello. I think I don't really want to spend stam on SP. Can't spend guts. Okay, please, 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 thank you. Okay, I lost like 8 SP. That's not that bad. You have an oppression gold chip. That is so funny. Yeah, I gotta cycle for the next one. An oppression gold chip is so funny. Yeah. Okay, there's medium, but no angling and scheming. At least this one I got 73 stam. I think the last time, well, I also got no hints. But I think the last inspiration we did, I like lost 25 stam somehow. Yeah, like I know my inspirations aren't the best, but I have skills. You mean I got 1 skill, 1 race spark? Yeah, I saw them make my debuffer. I was missing Mant, so I used all 5 borrows on parents today. Not worth it. I gotta start using some of these dates. So it's probably just gonna be train date, train date. Okay, we might double date here. Alright, and then we'll save the 3rd date for post-summer. How good is... what skill? No looking back? It's okay. Top 5, phase later half. It's like a 2.4 second, 0.15, I think. Like, it's fine. It's an average skill. I'm gonna do a Zwick click just to save energy. At least that's light hello. Yeah, I think that was worth it for 20. Oh, wow, yeah, I get another 5 here. Okay. I needed to carry over a song, right? I bought 4, yeah. I need 21 of everything, so I gotta make sure to not spend down. 1. This is fine. 2. This is fine. And 1 more. I think it's better to split like this. Okay. I should be able to buy this one. The +2 speed. Is either Mino good GP? Their skills aren't that great. Like, I don't think there's realistically a single... There's a single track where you would, like, want to get flashy landing or... What's the wedding one? Flowery maneuver. Flashy landing for sure you don't want to inherit. I mean, flowery maneuver's fine as like a 4th inherit if you had nothing better to buy. Can you use Shadow Break for this mile? I mean, yeah, you can use Shadow Break. You use Shadow Break on like every mile. No, I whiffed. Yeah. We're gonna be down quite a bit of SP. My stats also don't look that great. How much affinity do I usually target? I wouldn't really say like I target a certain number of affinity, but like I would say like with parenting, you should probably be able to hit 350 to 400, unless you're running like Haru. Like on average, you should be 350 to 400. Like, I think you can get 350 without the dirts. And you should be like 400 plus with the dirts. But like the difference of the little bits of affinity is like 2 to 3%, as long as you're like 350 plus affinity. So it's not the end of the world if you can't, if you like lost a race or you didn't do every single dirt. Man, it was hard until you realize these songs that matter are the +2. I don't think the mechanic is hard. I think the scenario just sucks. Like, I don't think learning Grand Live is that hard. It's just, sometimes the game just tells you, no, like, this is not the run, and there's just nothing you can do about it. Like, if you learn 4 songs senior year and none of them were the 10% friendship bonus songs, there's literally no other way to, like, there wasn't a way to play that senior year better. You just got unlucky, and you have to glue the run. Or like if you go through junior year and you buy 3, like you see 4 songs junior year and 3 of them are are stats up, like what? There's nothing you can do. You just glue the run. Not taking the energy for the double rainbow. I think if it was a triple, I probably would have. But I don't think the pace is like that bad that I had to go for it, and like you see my point situation, I kind of just have to buy the cheapest thing. I just don't have the token economy, I think, to buy that energy up. It's kind of annoying because I want to do this date. I guess it's better that I have good trainings uh, than like not being able to do the date. Okay, we're gonna do a date here. Oh, all these kind of suck. I can't spend guts. I need like 70 guts, I think, the next year. Okay, ideally I buy this song. If I had to complete a shop song reroll, I wonder how much it would have cost. Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was one. It's 68. Okay. Well, okay, maybe I'll remember 68. I just always say 70. Yeah, I don't really want to lose 10 energy here. Is Serenity reliable? It can reliably like trigger, but there's a pretty high chance you don't get the full value of it. Like if you can get any other recovery skill, like not have to go out of your way for it, you would rather have it than Serenity, because I don't think you use up. It can trigger at the 10-second mark, and I don't think you use 5.5% of your stamina then. So like, it's reliable to trigger, but it's not reliable as a 5.5% recovery. Yeah, like for Admire Vega, like you would have to overstam because there's a high chance you don't get a full 5.5% recovery. You would have to overstam by like 50 more stam if you wanted to use it for the next CM or like a medium CM. What's your guys' favorite song right now in the list? You always hear like the first second of the songs on the concert. Let's get the wit up here. I have nowhere near enough guts for. And of course, all the techniques take the two that I do not want to use. I think Gaze on Me is probably my favorite of the ones that are out right now. The 1.5 Annie song. Wow, all of my cards are in their respective training. What? Specialty priority is real? All 5 of my cards are just in the correct spot. That was a crazy... And they gave me, like, the correct token. Like, I got the guts token I needed. Like, I need 10... or 11 more speed. Okay, hopefully one of them doesn't take wit. Let's skip this. I guess we do the stam training because it's so cheap with Light Hello. And maybe Light Hello gives me some more wit tokens. I mean, I just take the speed training here. Okay, Fine Motion, I need you to kind of lock in on wit. Let's go ahead and end up spending a little stam here to get our second song. Okay, we didn't roll the second one, but it's fine. I just didn't get locked to buying the one where I don't have tokens for. Man, every technique needs guts speed. Okay. That is annoying. Okay, we found the other 10% song. Okay, I would like to get Angling and Scheming. Because normally I always fail to level up the unique event. Yeah, because we're not doing races, it's kind of hard to get bond with the director. Like 9 times out of 10, you just don't have enough bond on the director. It's pretty normal. Like, you can't really... There's not a sure way to like, get the bond up. Like, I need to get 8 more bond with the director here. So I'm probably going to fail it as well. This is a really good speed training. Gives me the 2 tokens that I needed. You hold that and accept it. You lose 3% on your unique. So what is that? What is 3%? Like, let's say it's T-Pulse. You lose 0.01 target speed on a T-Pulse. For a failed unique level up. I think it's 2% if it's like a recovery skill or an acceleration skill, and it's 3% if it's a target speed. Except from level 1 to level 2, that's a 1% increase. Oh, I got dirt up. Wow, I don't have angling and scheming. Oh wait, I think this run's dead. I don't think Ricky's playable without angling and scheming. I also don't think I have any greens. Like, I don't think this is playable without angling and scheming, and I have 2 greens, 3 greens. Like, 3 green Ricky is for sure just dead, right? 3 green Ricky with no angling. I mean, I could get bailed out by fine motion, I guess, to like be copable. As like a, I don't know, practice. Uma or something, but yeah, 3 green Ricky is kind of disgusting. Okay, I mean, there's a decent bit of races here that I can technically get a green from, and like I can try to get it from fine motion or something. But like 3 greens without angling, I think is just dead even with double S, and like if I somehow hit the stat line. Like 5 green I'm fine coping with. 3 green. 3 green is not it. Can I even afford another 5% song? Not if my trainings look like this. Wow, I can't afford another 5% song. So like I'm also going in with I can't buy any of these. I'm also going in with 40%. I should just give up this run. Yeah, I'm still trying to get a better parent. Yeah. I mean, the Stalin was kind of fine. I'm a little low on wit, 500 wit. But I definitely would have gotten enough stam, and I probably could have maxed speed power. Even with only 40%. Like, average luck, I max speed power. I need like 100 more stam from flicks, but my wit would probably hit like 800. Like, I'd probably hit, what, 1600, like 1600, 900, 1200, with like 800 wit. But I think on Ricky, like, I don't mind as much to have 800 wit. Half for SPs and greens anyways, and a guaranteed unique. I love Grand Live. I love it. I love this scenario. Is there a way to get specific older JP Umas on JP other than Legend races? Spending money at anniversaries. There's an anniversary. There's an anniversary in 3 weeks, the 5.5, and you can spend on that. Yeah, and also the step up banners, which would still need to spend money for. But other than that, not really. The banner before the 5.5 anti banner might be an all banner if you wanted like one specific Uma before, I don't, this is not a guarantee, but there's a like usually before. Actually, no, it's only every actual anniversary. Never mind, there's no pattern for the all banners. Yeah, the only way would be spending money. So you would just have to somehow be able to spend yen. Did Reverb never get a specific rerun? Reruns are a little bit weird because, like, sometimes now they do reruns where it's like a like, style is not the right word. Like the 5.5 Annie is gonna have, or not the 5.5 Annie, but like they're doing a summer rerun with like all the summer skins. They might do one with the Valentine's one, which like would let you pick a specific Valentine's if you got to the pity. What am I don't know why I'm blinking on like what it would be called. It's not like a style rerun. Like yeah, like a themed rerun. That's a better word than style. I don't know like if they ever did a Valentine's one or if they're doing a Valentine's one. But like that's the only way. Like those aren't predictable. Yeah, sometimes they do like a themed one like that where it's not like the. Actually, I think the themed ones also can only be used with paid carrots. I don't. Yeah, I think most of the ways, like, if you miss out on an Uma, the only way is, like, paid carrots. Either that or you wait for the anniversary, and the banner before the new anniversary Uma usually is an all banner. Like, that's, they run, like, once a year. Like, I think our next all banner is really late from now. I think it's the one before Gentle Donna, at, like, the 3.5 Annie. No, at the third Annie. Yeah, I think the banner before the third Annie is an all banner. And I think that's the next one. So it's a while for like a free way to get it. There's never gonna be a free Uma ticket. Unless they want to change their ways in very far in the future. And all banners you can spark, like if you go to two, so there's no rate up on the banner, because the featured Uma, like when Baiko Pegasus releases, there's gonna be no featured 3-star on her banner. So if you go to 200 pulls on it, you can pick any Uma you want, that came out before that banner. Or there might be a limit on it. I actually haven't checked that. Like it might not like include the banner right before her or something. But that isn't for, I think that's gonna be next year. I don't think there's a single all banner until then. I hate this early game. I don't want to reset this run. We had one? Yeah, we had one before the Haru banner. The New Year's banner. Oh no, after the New Year's banner. Which was, I think, in February. We had one in February, and the next one won't be until next year. But I'll let you spark anything before the New Year's banners. Yeah, we only had it once. Oh, that's my rate at right now. 1 for 34. What a fun scenario. Yeah, it's just the 900 with Ogre. Yeah, I'm gonna try to improve her. Because that run didn't go that well. I have 84 stamp tokens. This run's also not going well. Like that run I had 40% friendship. No, I had 35% friendship bonus, I think. At the summer. I think this run's dead. I have 100 stamp tokens. I have 100 stamp tokens and a level 2 stamp facility. I can't even afford this. I have 0 speed tokens. At least it's not a speed token. Does it even get Tachyon to bond? Ah, shoot. At least Light Hello's dating me. I mean, I have to just take the stamp training. Why? Why are all my cards on stamp? Do I have a favorite Uma story? Kind of think. All the early careers kind of suck. I feel like they didn't know how to write careers for Umas until like really far in the future. Like probably third Annie is when like the actual careers were worth reading. Also, like some of the Uma's like career stories kind of suck because they don't have the rights to like the rivals. Like Goldchip's career could have been so much better storyline wise if she wasn't like the first Uma or like one of the first Umas to have a story for. But like what's my favorite Uma story? Okay, so maybe I shouldn't use Goldchip as an example. Trying to think. They're honestly not that memorable. If that's crazy to say. I liked... I really like Neo the Universes, that is true. I thought Still in Loves was good. I did like Neo Universes. I've never read Digitals. I think we can do probably 1 or 2 more careers. I don't think I've ever read Austin Machan's career. But like I don't know. I feel like until like the 3rd anniversary, when they had like a lot more of the characters in and they could grab it from others, like it was way better. Oh, I like Northlight's. I like Northlight's career in game. Like that was one of the careers that like I searched a translation for. Who else has a good career? But honestly, they're not that memorable to me. I mean, like I wasn't able to read them. Like in terms of like future Umas, I think I like Northlight's. Of the ones that are like currently out, honestly, they're all kind of like mediocre. Uh, I think Tachyons is like okay. I think a lot of the what ifs. Actually, I say that and I didn't like Maru's career story. I like Tachyon's what if, though it sucks that, like, you know, the like you know, all of her Umas weren't implemented in yet. I don't know, like it sucks like reading an Uma story and like, oh, and then realizing like, oh, their rival isn't in the game because they haven't been made yet. Which story scenario? I like the New Year's one with Haru. I think my least favorite... I don't like the wedding story events. I like the New Year's ones. Halloween ones aren't that bad. I like the Christmas ones too. But like that's just because I think Christmas is my favorite holiday. I like the ballroom story events as well. Though I didn't really like the Same Sky Kiseki one. But the ballroom ones also have a good theme. Like I'm excited for who's it? Arden and Chiono, I think is the next ballroom one. The MMORPG one was fun. It's okay. I don't think I enjoyed it that much. Did they get added later? No. Whatever career story an Uma has is just what they have. Like most of the time, if you want to see it, like you just have to you just have to like pick up the rival's story in order to see like the full picture. Like they never go back and update a career. It'd be cool if they did that though. Like maybe if they do like the third alt outfit for Enuma, they like redo the whole career. But I don't think they would ever do that since it's just more work for them. Because they always like flip-flop between releasing a new Uma with like an entirely new career event and then releasing a alternate outfit. Like they'll always go back and forth between that. It's like it'll always be a new Uma into a story event with like their uniforms, and then like I just don't know if they have the like workload to be able to make 2 new careers every month. What about the swimsuit ones? I mean, I wouldn't say they're my favorite. I don't really... There's really no, like, story behind the swimsuit ones. They just go to, like, a pool. Okay, actually, the Gold Ship McQueen one actually wasn't that bad. The Maru... wait, who got a swimsuit with Maru Sensky? But like the Maru one, that was... I keep thinking it's Die with Scarlet. The Maru Special Week one. Yeah. The Maru Special Week one, like, there was no story behind that. They were just going to a pool. Aw, man. I whiffed 15% here. It's interesting that they never did another swimsuit like Maru's. What do you mean by that? I think I like this training over the solo Kitasun. Let's get the power bonus here. Yeah, I do like Pandora, like, now has her hair down, and Almond Eye, like, has her hair like Pandora's. I think that's a cool way to do their designs. I was just so surprised they didn't put Dansu Fling in a bikini. Like, I was like 80% sure that they were gonna put Dansu Fling in a bikini. Like, either as a card, or like, I mean, like, as part of the story. Can't believe I was wrong on that. Is the Almond Eye Guts card any good? No. It is a medium Guts card, which is like, basically means that it'll never be used. Yeah, Seiyun was out of nowhere. Like, I don't know how I would ever predict that. Did the card come out yet? Oh, it is out on Game Tora. Yeah, it's a medium scale. Like, this is a medium only skill. This is a medium only skill. They're good skills. It's just you're kind of cooked if you run a Guts card on medium tracks. It seems to be more like a parenting card. Actually, I don't know, because like the white versions of both these skills can suck. Actually, this one's not that bad. The white version of the new skill kind of sucks. This is 2.4 seconds of 0.4 target speed, so like it power creeps a lot of other skills, right? Like we don't have a 2.4.4 target speed skill. It's like, why are you running a Guts card in in a medium track and not like Meisho Dodo Stam? So it's just a little bit awkward to use. I guess if you have like a recovery skill, it's more usable. Like I don't know. But it's like, it's also, they like just released another medium Guts card, which is Daring Heart. Like Daring Heart is also a Guts card. Oops, I did not mean to mess this up. So like, I don't know who this is for. Like I see zero use for this Almond Eye Guts card. But Daring Heart also came out from the, is the bottom event? I don't remember. Which is also a medium track Guts card, and like I don't think the Almond Eye really does much. There's a chance that like after this banner ends they do another swimsuit skin, but it's like pretty unlikely. Like they sometimes do that where they do back-to-backs, right? Like Halloween, the last year's Halloween they did back-to-backs. Onsen they did back-to-backs. New Year's they did back-to-backs. And okay, Trostin's not really a back-to-back, like these two were announced. So like there's a chance that, yeah, I should probably like actually write out this. Renjiro Bright and the Saiyan Sky. So there's a chance that next banner is still a summer banner, because if next if next banner is a summer banner, then it would lead perfectly into the 5.5 Annie banner. Otherwise they'd have to do like 2 original Umas in a row, which can happen, right? I like to say that there is a chance that the next banner is going to be another summer banner, and it's a summer banner. Like, surely they want to print money. Yeah, it's still a chance for. I'm coping that Dancy Flame still gets her. That Dancy Flame still gets her outfit. What's the other card here? Was it Kiseki? Kiseki Stamina. Like, I don't want to be wrong. Really? I can't afford the friendship bonus song? Is Summer Seiyun any good? Oh yeah, she's fine. Wait, did I ever... I didn't ever... No, I did go over them. Last stream, or 2 streams ago when they announced it. But she's fine. She gets current speed. Needs to be on a turf track. She gets current speed and acceleration, which is on a medium track. This one has to be on a medium track. So it's a really bad inherit. Because you don't... Like, you would much rather have angling and scheming over a 1.8 second current speed during the mid-race. But it's a mid-race unique that goes into a acceleration. And then her evos give her really good mid-race, and her other evo gives her really good mid-race. So like, you would still probably want to somehow try to get angling and scheming into the kit. Since this is a medium track, every medium track is a angling and scheming track essentially. But she has like a way stronger kit than the original Seiyun. For the original Seiyun, because it's just two really strong mid-race uniques. Over, I don't even know what Seiyun has in her original outfits uniques. Oh, a recovery skill, a medium recovery skill, or like a 4-second long. Yeah, like the Seiyun's not that strong in a medium track. She gets a 7.5 recovery and a 4-second 0.35 target speed for a medium track. You would never run her on long because you would run Ballroom Seiyun. So this is the new medium Seiyun. It's just that, like, ideally you'd have to get angling and scheming from like a GP slot. And you might have to dedicate 2 GP slots to angling and scheming if you were trying to run this. But it's just significantly stronger. Holy, I almost lost the run. I almost took that speed training there. I lost the run. Alright, is that a good counter? I should have just trained that turd. New Pasa alts for the Japan Cup? Maybe. I don't remember what the next... Is November... I mean, like, the issue is, like, there isn't really... Whoops. There isn't, like, a PvP event coming up. I mean, maybe for this January one. But, like, it's 2 longs, where it's a medium... Oh, no. Okay. This League of Heroes... Seiyun Sky was printed for this League of Heroes. This... Like, I guess it's just the Mile. The Mile would be next, right? Yeah, the next alternate outfit should be for this Mile. Like, Seiyun Sky was printed for this League of Heroes. Like, I'm pretty sure 80% of the people are going to use that new Seiyun Sky in this Nakayama 2000 meter. I don't think the 9.5 Annie is gonna be, or it's not the 9.5. What? I don't think the 5.5 Annie is gonna be based on this track. It should just be for an alternate outfit. This 1800 mile. Oh, I didn't do my temple. Alright, I haven't gotten a single SSR in any of these temples. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, would you look at that, a mineral. Good for you 40. Oh, not a mineral. I got communist Bakshin. And we're at 36 total runs. I'm just debating on whether or not I want to do another run. Or should we do the review early? You know what, let's do the review early. Let me queue up Gaze on me. I'm sorry. I just don't want to do Ricky runs because I don't have the parent ready. Like this one's so bad. No greens, no Umastan, no Nimble Nav. I don't have the parent ready. You've never heard of communist Bakshin? There's like a really one of the first edits of that card. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, hopefully this is fine to bring up. It was when the card released, super long ago. There was a video of it from I think a Korean player. This is really old. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, okay. Hopefully this is okay to show on stream. But okay, if I can get it to not translate, this is in Korean. This is in Korean. I'm not gonna play the video, but it's just an entire video of Bakshin from the card art. I'm not gonna play the video, but it was it has a million views. It was super popular when it released, in the Uma Musume community. Play it while it's muted. I really don't want to get this stream taken down because this is the review stream. I'm not gonna post it either. But it was a video released in 2022 with that card art, and that's what I associate that card art with. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking while streaming. Alright, let's just start the review early since I hate Grand Life so much. But this is gonna be everything that's probably gonna be announced. Zephyr, I'm actually a little bit iffy on. There's a pretty high chance actually we don't get Zephyr and Symbolic Recess this month, so I'm gonna put a little bit of a gap here. But this is everything else that I'm basically predicting coming out this month, and then we can check in 25 minutes if I was right or not. Alright, so first up we have Bijin. Bijin is a mile medium pace chaser. Let me pull up her unique. She's a mile medium pace chaser. Her unique is a late race target speed increase at the 300-meter mark or higher, as long as you are second to fourth and within 2 lengths. It's a 5-second 0.15 target speed. It's pretty consistent because it's not actually exact. It's not like T-Pulse where there's only, 3 meters. Like, it's not a specific point. It's just as soon as you get within 2 lengths of first place and you are second to fourth place, and it's the last 300 meters, the unique will go off. Like, this is really consistent because the only way this unique doesn't go off is if you weren't going to win. Or you're, like, not in a winning position. It's pretty rare that, like, you are farther than 2 lengths behind and this unique would have caused you to win, because this unique only gives you about a length and a half. So if, like, the unique doesn't go off, you weren't going to win anyways. So that makes the unique pretty consistent, just because, like, unless you were trying to, like, aim for top 3, then it's probably a little inconsistent. But she's a medium mile. She can be ran on dirt. None of her hit forces her to be on only turf. She's a B in dirt. This is also, like, a good parenting Uma because she has a, D dirt. You can gamble on the sprinter stakes, I guess, with sprint D. Long E doesn't really matter for flanker runs. It also doesn't really matter for manual runs, since you can bring it up to D if you're scared, but generally you could win on E as well. They're all stam checks. So, like, 1 dirt spark for if you want the dirt spark from Bijin, and, like, 1 long spark is basically all you need. You just need a minimum of 1 long spark. She does run the triple tiara in the actual career, which I guess is a little bit awkward if you're, like, putting it into a triple crown. Her 2 skills are No Stopping Me and Determined Descent. No Stopping Me, it's a 3-second 0.4 acceleration for late race. This is used on any track where the final corner is in the late race. And then she has Determined Descent, which will be good for the upcoming mile. It's also good for Kyoto medium tracks, though Kyoto mediums are rarer than Hanshin miles. Every Hanshin mile and, like, every Kyoto medium, Determined Descent basically works on. So the next CM will be a Determined Descent CM. Is it a Kyoto medium afterwards? Yeah, the next one's also a Kyoto medium, where Determined Descent would also work. So, like, Bijin... Oh, actually, I do have Bijin here. No Stopping Me and Determined Descent work really well on this Kyoto 2200, which is the... it's the Queen Elizabeth Cup. Like, Bijin's whole kit is for the Queen Elizabeth Cup, which we will have as our 19th CM. Her evolutions are kind of mediocre. She gets an extra second on No Stopping Me. Determined Descent either gets an extra second or gives you target speed when your unique can go off. 2000 means Christmas Ogre. Yeah, Christmas Ogre could also be ran with, like, Determined Descent on this 2200. But Determined Descent is really strong since it's a 3-second 0.3 excel, and the downhill only lasts 150 meters. So there's 15 points on this downhill, and, like, if you trigger it on the first 2, it's pretty bad, but otherwise, like, you get a lot of value out of Determined Descent. The Shinoflower Wit's not the strongest, so, like, the people who own it inherently are better. Should End Closer Christmas Ogre also work? No, End Closer Christmas Ogre could work. Yeah. Like, you can do After School Stroll plus 777s. 777s. Well, where does 777s trigger? 2200. 777. 14. Yeah, 777s is 50 meters after. So, End Closer Ogre, if you wanted the additional recovery skill on this track, would proc it 50 meters earlier. So it is weaker than 777s. But if you wanted, like, the stability of a double wit check, then I think it's fine going for it. If you're doing like double Murmur Ogre or double Dom Ogre, you could go quad heal Ogre. It's just like you would lose to a Pace Chaser Christmas Ogre that triggered at 777s if you wanted to bring After School Stroll. That's Bijin. She's just, I mean, she has 2 accelerations as her gold skills, and her unique's fairly consistent. Like, she, on the Queen Elizabeth Cup, she's just, like, A tier. Like, I don't think she's stronger than Christmas Ogre, but she can definitely perform as a Pace Chaser on the Queen Elizabeth Cup, or the 19th CM. She has there's no other Uma that's coming out with her. So we have the Virgo Cup, which is the CM that we're all prepping for, right? The 2,000 meter dirt track. I won't go into it since it's just gonna be in like a week from now. There will be a special transfer in the middle of the Virgo Cup. Once the Virgo Cup's about to end, we'll finally have our trainer proficiency exam. This is like the first time, or if you didn't do it during Mant, it's restricted to Grand Live, and it just contains like exams that you'll be scored on after a run. So like how many races you've won, how many skills you've bought, what your stat levels are. It's not hard to get all the rewards. There is a leaderboards if you care about that. So like whoever has the highest scoring trainer proficiency in the top 100, there's a leaderboards for that. And it's like what, top 30 you can infinitely borrow or something like that. There's some borrowing thing with the leaderboards. The main rewards from here are 1 of each fragment, 3 tickets of each, some hint books, not hint nooks, hint books, and 750 carats. It shouldn't be too hard to do. You can't auto run it. At least I'm pretty sure you can't auto run it. I've never done like auto run, such a new feature that I actually don't know, but I'm assuming you can't do the auto run with a trainer proficiency exam. But it should be pretty easy to do. You just get to the freestyle, and then you just do like whatever run you're doing in that freestyle. Next up, we have Seeking the Pearl, which I did kind of go over earlier this stream, like 20 minutes ago. But we'll go through her full kit. She is a sprint miler. She can be played as pace and late. I wouldn't play her as end. I just play her pace or late. She's better suited as a pace chaser, but if like your cards are late surger supported and your parents are late surger supported, I think she's fine being played as late. Her unique is a late race at the 200 meter mark, exactly like T-Pulse. So at the 200 meter mark, you can't be first place, and you need to be within 4 lengths to trigger the skill. But if you're within 2 lengths, you'll get the T-Pulse version, which is 0.45 target speed. So if you're 4 lengths away, you'll get 5 seconds of 0.35. If you're 2 lengths away at that 200 meter mark, then you'll get the upgraded version. There's also like a good inherit. Obviously, it's worse than T-Pulse, but like it's good to have a second T-Pulse, or like Ogre would probably want this unique, right? Since Ogre has a lot harder time, or Christmas Ogre would want this unique because Christmas Ogre has a harder time getting Triumphant Pulse. Her 2 golds are kind of rough right now since they're split. One of them is Sprint Straightaway's gold, and then the other one is Big Sisterly, which is a really strong skill on miles. It doesn't require you to overtake, it just requires you to attempt to overtake the person in front of you, or I guess be faster than the person in front of you, and then you'll get the target speed increase. But right now, because it's split, on release she's not too strong, but when Evos come out during Grandmasters, at least that's when I'm predicting it comes out, she gets a 3-second 0.5 speed, and then 0.15 of it is current speed on any random straight on a sprint mile, and then she gets a 4-second 0.35, which is 66% more duration than Big Sisterly. That's her second evolution. Like, these are extremely strong evolutions. She also gets... which event was it? She also gets Umastan in one of her events. I can't remember if this. I don't know if this is guaranteed. But usually, like during her career, she'll give you the choice between Uma stand or some energy and some stam. But yeah, she's pretty strong once Evas come out. I think on release, on release she's still usable. Like Big Sisterly plus like head on is fine. It's fine if you lose that extra gold, I would say. Like I think she can still win, but when Evas come out, she's like top 3 pace chaser on sprint miles. I think she's probably the strongest evolutions that come out for an Uma that released before evolutions. Yeah, that's Seeking the Pearl. With Seeking the Pearl, we get Daichi Ruby power. I don't really catch up. I don't really keep up with other content creators, but I'm assuming people have been talking about this card. Daichi Ruby power is a little bit awkward to use. At max level, she has 2 power bonus, 30 friendship bonus, 5 TE, 80 specialty priority, and SP bonus, and then 30 guts, 30 power. In Grand Live, honestly, like you don't really want this additional SP. Like it's really hard to use a power card in Grand Live. I think Grandmasters, she's actually a pretty strong power card to have at max limit break. But definitely for Grand Live, like you might touch it twice on a sprint track or like a mile track. Her uniques are all over the place because her uniques are, or not her uniques, her hints. All of these here are Helios hate. Like these are all to basically stop Helios. She has 2 frontrunner. She has all the frontrunner debuffs. Subdue frontrunner, flustered frontrunner, hesitant frontrunner. And then she has even more debuffs. Slick Surge is a good skill, and Late Surge or Straights is a good skill. Like these 2 are the only good skills out of this. Fearless isn't that great. I guess it's usable. But Flash Forward is what you're here for. You can gamble on late Surge corners on event 1, grab sprinting gears, but this isn't a good one. But Flash Forward is the most important one. It's a sprint mile skill. If you're 5th place or lower during the late race and you're faster than the person in front of you, so like either you hit speed carryover into the late race or like I guess you hit let's pump some iron into the late race. This is a 2-second 0.4 excel, which is really strong for backliners. It's a power card. I don't know if you're gonna be able to fit this into your deck for what's the word I'm looking for Grand Live? I mean, it's not that bad. Like you guys have seen my Ricky runs, like running solo with. I don't think it's like impossible to like drop a card. Like instead of running Super Creek, I was running Helios, or not Daidaku Helios. I was running Daichi Ruby, and then like instead of all the stand sparks I have a little bit of wind sparks. Like I think it's definitely possible to run a skill card. It's just super annoying too. It's super annoying to run a skill card. I don't think I have a good run where I ran 2-1-2. Yeah. And I guess this would be better if like I don't know, this is a really bad example of 2-1-2. I think I glued my 2-1-2 runs. Yeah, I don't have an example of 2-1-2, but like it's not that bad, and like the skill is really important to have. It's just really annoying to try to fit this into your deck. Does she have something against Helios? Let me pull up her. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull up her races. So if you like look at her race records, she lost, I think it was 1991, right? She lost to Helios on the Yasuda Kinen, then lost the race right after to Helios, Oh no, she won. Sorry, she won against Helios on like the Yasudakinen. But in the race after, she lost to Helios. She lost the Mile Championships to Helios, and then she lost another G2 to Helios. It's like there's a like the idea behind, or one of the storylines behind Ruby is that she doesn't like Helios, but Helios likes her in the Uma game, which I think is in the ballroom storyline. Like you'll see a lot more. But yeah, they have like Helios likes Ruby, but Ruby is indifferent. I wouldn't say she hates her. It's been so long since I've read the storyline. It's in their ballroom one. Like you'll see the dynamic between the two in their ballroom one. This one, you'll like see the full dynamic. But like that's why Ruby has all of the frontrunner hate stuff, because she lost 3 times in a row to Helios. And that's where these 3 frontrunner skills are for. Which just clogs her. It clogs her hit pool. Her hit pool and the other skills are like fine. But specifically on this card, they just printed 3 frontrunner hate cards, which are like not useful on an ace run. Anyways, I got sidetracked there. But that's Helios. Like, flash forward is necessary to have, or at least at the very minimum have leap forward, which I guess this card would make parenting a little bit better, because it comes with an SB bonus. I imagine you should be able to borrow this. Like these are some good clinker numbers. So if you like don't want to run Ruby on your ace run, at least, I mean, it doesn't finish chain events, so actually I don't know how often you would get flash forward on a clinker run. But like stat wise, she's like actually a pretty good power card because she has such high specialty priority. It's just in Grand Concert, like you're basically never clicking it. And then she only has 5 TE as her cross training, which is pretty weak. Grandmasters is not that bad. I won't go too into depth. Like Grandmasters, like your other facilities will level up through the Grandmaster races, and then red and yellow wisdoms allow you to like use the card. So it's not like Ruby would actually be runnable in a deck, in a sprint mile deck in the future. It's just right now in Grand Live where the miles and the sprints is a little bit awkward. You're just gonna have to look at a couple lower stats, either lower wit or like maybe, you know, cap speed. Next up we have Agnes Digital Halloween. Agnes Digital Halloween is she can be ran on turf. I put dirt in question mark because one of her skills only works on dirt, but she's a mile medium late end closer. I think it depends on the meta which one you would run. They're pretty equal. It's just like whatever's stronger you would run her in. She has the same like super split stat bonus, except instead of wit, she has it in guts, right? She doesn't have guts in the original one. Her unique is a mid-race unique with this phase 1 here. It has to be on a mid-race corner, and if there's 3 beautiful radiant Uma Musume nearby, she'll get her target speed. Now, so instead of the late race unique that the original has, this is a mid-race unique, though there needs to be a corner. So it's like you would run Halloween if you wanted a mid-race unique on digital instead of a late race. It's on the gold version of Ramp Up, which is a pretty decent. It's a good white. As a gold, it's not that great because the duration is so low. But I mean, it's not like it's not usable. So like is a good skill. It's just as a gold skill, it's not as strong. But like it's usable. And then her other unique, or her other gold is another mid-race, has to be on dirt, and this is if you're 5th or below, you get 2.4 seconds of 0.35. The evolution here gives her 1.5 recovery, which isn't very strong. You would much rather this duration to go up instead of getting a 1.5 stam recovery. I don't remember when she gets her second evolution. I think this is like a year after Evo's come out, where like she actually does get the better version of this unique, where it's a 4-second 0.35. But I'm pretty sure that's not coming out for a while. No, it's Agnes Digital. Yeah, I think Mesho Dodo got her evolution. Yeah. November 14th, 2027. Yeah, that's like super far from Evo's. Like, that's a year, yeah, a year after Evo's. So a year after Evo, she actually gets the better it's on, but this first Evo sucks. And then her other unique gives her more stam recovery, which always... I mean, the skill itself isn't that bad, so it's not that bad. It's just... you would much rather get the double duration than the 1.5 stam recovery on its on. I think she's like pretty equal to her original outfit. Like it just depends if you want a mid-race version of Digital or a late-race version of Digital with her uniques. Like, I both of her golds and even her Evas aren't so much stronger than her original outfit, where there's like a specific, like, this is specifically better than the original one. It just fully depends on if you wanted more mid-race or more late-race. We also have Meisho Dodo Halloween. Meisho Dodo Halloween is a medium-long pace chaser. Only runs turf. I guess she can run dirt. Her unique is kind of interesting. Her unique is a late race target speed on the final straight if you are 4th place or higher. So like, she could technically be in 1st place. It's a 5-second 0.35 target speed increase. The other 2 effects is that she will debuff the 2 people in front of her and the 2 people behind her for 0.05 current speed. So I wouldn't really say that it is a debuff. This is half of a hesitant, but she has like the normal... She has the normal, like, late race target speed and duration. So this is just like an additional effect. It does, the condition is last strike 1 time, does mean that the instant you enter the late race, you have to be 4th place or higher. So like if you're 5th place and then entering the final straight, you have no unique. Even if you pass somebody into 4th place, you don't have the unique. So as soon as you exit the corner, Meisho Dodo Halloween has to be 4th place or higher. But it should be fairly consistent. Like, as long as you play pace, maybe front. But yeah, it should be very consistent on mediums and longs. Like, I don't think you're winning if you're not 4th place at that final corner or the final straight as a pace chaser. She has Neck and Neck, which is an acceleration skill that triggers at the first half of the late race. And then she has Swinging Maestro, which is the 5.5 recovery from Super Greek. Neck and Neck just gets stam recovery on her evolution, and then she gets target speed on Swinging Maestro. Overall, it's more consistent than her original version. Her original version's unique is just so volatile. But Neck and Neck is like not the ideal skill you want to pick up on a medium long. But I guess with hint books, like, it's cheap enough that it would be fine. There's like an interesting thought of running her for the Arima Keenan, right, on late, since she comes with Swinging Maestro and a... But otherwise, like, I mean, I think she's better than her original version. I think this original one is just not that strong compared to her Halloween version. So like, if you wanted to run Meisho Dodo, I think this one is better than the original one in like any track. But like, she's like probably B tier on mediums longs. Like, she can definitely win. It's just Neck and Neck's a really awkward skill for those mediums and longs. And then obviously on if you were to bring it to a mile, it's kind of awkward having Swinging Maestro as one of your skills. Anyways, that's Meisho Dodo. Now we have the 2 cards. We have Meijiro Palmer Stam, which has some use. Meijiro Palmer Stam gains training effectiveness based on your current energy. It always has 5% at 0. And then it scales up to 20% when you're at max energy. She has a 35% friendship bonus, 1 SP bonus, 80 specialty priority, and then 30 initial stam, 30 initial cuts. She has decent hints. She has hint level 2, hint frequency 30. Gives you Frontrunner Savvy, Moxie. Keeping the lead's a little awkward, but playtime's over, early lead's useful, groundworks is useful, final push is fine to buy. But the main thing is that she gives you taking the lead, which right now is on Mihono Bourbon Wit and a gamble on Twin Turbo Speed. She also gives front runner corners on her second chain event, but I would say she's a little bit awkward because there's not that many front runners that have a recovery skill in kit. I guess Summer Marzinski, I guess, has a recovery skill in kit. She has Restless. So like Summer Marzinski might be able to use Meijiro Palmer Stam, but not her own card, in order to get taking the lead from a Stam card and then run a better Wit card over Mihono Bourbon Wit. That's Meijiro Palmer. Like she has a very niche use case. I wouldn't say she was like mandatory. How does it rank in cards that you don't want to look at in public? Yeah, I definitely probably don't want this to flash across my screen while I'm like in the line for something. It's always right now. I don't like playing Uma Musume in public because of the Marozensky card. Like I don't want this card flashing on my screen. I think Maru is worse though. Like Maru is probably the worst card right now to flash across your screen. That's like actually meta. Okay, yeah, we don't have Zephyr on. We don't have Zephyr on here, so I guess I won't go over Zephyr. But here's the actual schedule. We're right now at the Legend races before that. No, flips. Okay, we're right now at, I guess Helios. We'll finish this up and then go back and talk about the Legend race. Yeah, that takes the time. Anyways, let's move over to Helios. This is Daitaku Helios. She gives you initial stats based on the type of cards in your supporter deck. 30% friendship training, 1 SP bonus, 2 speed bonus, 50 specialty priority, 0 cross training. Her hints are just a little too many hints. I guess too many greens is probably the main issue, to be consistent. She gives you a gamble on frontrunner straights, a gamble on tail held high, and then she gives you slipstream gold, which is actually somewhat good gold, though you don't really want this on a frontrunner. It helps, I guess, if you're a frontrunner in like second place, but ideally you're trying to push out of the gate as first. I mean, I think it's usable as a frontrunner. That's Slipstream's good because it's a 3-second skill. Like, it's on is awkward because it's a 1.8-second skill. Slipstream is a 3-second skill, which is a lot better. And she's actually, I mean, she's pretty strong at training speed. It's just no cross training makes it annoying. And then we have the event, which is Days in a Flash. Wish I had pulled up. Or, what's the official name? Days Flying By. Like that. It's not Days in a Flash. We have Days in a Flash, which is the cards and the Umas that I talked about. We have the 2 Halloween Uma. It's a Halloween event, so Digital, Meisho Dodo, who are the Umas, and then Helios and Palmer, who are the cards, and then we have Windy, who is the Gacha, or the not the Gacha card, the Welfare card. we have Windy. Windy is a Guts card. Not that great. She's actually kind of strong at training Guts. With 35% friendship bonus. But like, it's a Guts card, you're not really bringing it. Or if you are bringing a Guts card, ideally you would run one for the skill. And Windy's skill is Mudmaster. Mudmaster needs it to be a heavy or like bad conditions, so it can't be good or firm conditions, and it gives you 60 speed, 60 power. So like, you would rather run like Chaos Miracle or Gold City, which I don't think are out yet. I guess, okay, you would rather run Bamboo Memory or Twin Turbo for their skill rather than Shinko Windy. But I do like the card art on this one. I do like the card art. That is what I will say. But like, there's Guts cards out there that like you would actually run for the skill and not for Mudmaster. And then I did it out of order. The Legend Race apparently is happening before the Uma ban or this banner, but we'll have a Legend Race on the Sprinter Stakes, the Nakayama 1200 with the Shino Flower and Akebono. This will be farmable at the 6th scenario, which right now I have estimated for next April. Something that isn't on here is that before Austin Machan's banner, team shot, like the total team rank got increased to UD9. So like this team rank here, got increased to UD9. I wish I could tell you the rewards or like what number you have or like the breakpoints, but I just did not research before this stream. But here, this was the official post for it. Right, got updated to UD9 at, when was it? 929. And 929 was a day after the digital banner, I think. The digital Dodo banner. I think this was the day after the release of that banner that they increased the team ranks. So we should be seeing this. So you'll be able to get more carrots and, you know, hit the higher ranks. I just don't know the like total amount you can get because I'm sorry I didn't research it. And then what else do we have? We just have Austin Machan. I'm not gonna go over the rerun banner, and then the CM. Yeah, I have Zephyr here and something like this says, but I guess that's next month. Alright, so next up we have Austin Machan. Austin Machan is a front runner sprinter. You would not run her on any other... Actually, she's not even a front runner sprinter. She's a front runner on specifically 1200 meter tracks. She is extremely weak if she's not on a 1200 meter track. She has 20 speed, 10 guts, and the reason why is because her unique will always trigger at the 400 meter mark, as long as she is top 2 and somebody is attempting to overtake her. So either second place is trying to overtake her, or she's in second and third place is trying to overtake her. And then this is a hybrid unique, so it's target speed and then 0.3 acceleration. You're mainly using it for 0.3 acceleration on the 1200 meter tracks. So because it's hybrid, the inherit's pretty weak. Though, like, if it's like a straight 1200, like, I guess you can grab this and Pasta's unique to try to get a pseudo +2 or a pseudo 0.2. It's a lot stronger on her. Yeah, she gets taking the lead, so she doesn't have to run Bourbon. She gets Groundworks in her kit, which is also nice. And then she has In High Spirits, which is a sprint skill that's on the later half of the mid-race. So she realistically just wants to be ran on sprints, right? Sprint corners, In High Spirits. But I guess she gets taken the lead in Ground Race. For some reason, want to bring her to a mile and use this as a late race skill. Her evos just increased the numbers a little bit. In High Spirit becomes a way better speed carryover skill. But the main thing is that sprints are extremely rare, and her Valentine's outfit outperforms her. So if we look at every single sprint that is a 1200 meter, before then, there is the Grand Live 1200, the Chuko track. There's the Grandmasters Nakayama 1200 for League of Heroes. And then there isn't another sprint until La Arc, which is a 1400 meter, which makes Austin Machen's unique a little bit too, like it's 200 meters delayed, which is too long on a sprint. Then there is a 1000 meter sprint, which makes Austin Machen's unique 1000 meters delayed, or 200 meters delayed, which makes her not that strong. And then finally we go to Mecha, which finally has a 1200 meter sprint, but Valentine's Austin Machen released prior to this. So that leaves us with 1 CM in Grand Live, where Austin Machen can be used, and then 1 League of Heroes in Grandmasters, where Austin Machen was used. So while she is like a 1200 meter sprint demon, there was 2 PvP events. Otherwise, she was weaker than a lot of other Umas on 1400 and the 1000. I'm not saying you can't. Well, for the League of Heroes 1000 meter, you should not be running Austin Machen. But for the 1400 meter sprint, you could run her. She just wouldn't be as strong as she was or will be in Grand Live. Do you still run her with Bourbon? Do you still run Bourbon with her in Grand Life? Yeah, you should probably pick up concentration on a sprint. So I guess like she can't even really drop. She can't really drop it. Austin Machen, while she is really strong, it's just there's only two PvP events where she can actually shine in. And then when is this? On the 25th, so the 28th, right? Yeah, the 28th, August 28th, we will have the Libra Cup, which is the 1600 meter. Which ends up being the track where downhill, determined descent can work. It's a little bit more of a gamble than like the Queen Elizabeth Cup. My take on the meta is that it should be front runners with concentration. Then Taiki Shuttle should still be good here, even though she loses like 40% of her unique. Fine Motion has determined descent, which is strong. Nishino Flower is strong and has determined descent. And then Mijodober Camping as a late surger with lightning speed and on your left with her unique speed carryover. Speed carryover into lightning speed is really strong since it makes it very consistent to hit lightning speed or fulfill the condition for lightning speed. So I imagine if somebody pulled on Mijodober Camping, it would be strong for this track. And then there is Ogre Cap Christmas with After School Stroll triggering at 950, and then with lightning speed as an end closer, which should also be strong. Obviously, I wouldn't say like I have the full read on the meta. This is like a very blanket look at it. I don't do CM guides. I'll just tell you what's not much strong. Like I can tell you what's top 5. Like I don't think that's hard. But there could be like an off meta strategy or like an Uma that I don't know about. And that's the last thing of this month. I don't think any of these 3 items are this month. It will be next month, so I won't go over them. Wasn't that bad, only 45 minutes. Kind of a short schedule. So I guess last schedule just looks so long because of... last schedule just looks so long because of all the anniversary stuff. Oh, it's called Days Flying By. Interesting. But I see Seeking the Pearl is more worth between her and Machen. In terms of like how many PvP events you'll see her at, yeah, I would say so. Though, like, I don't think you would use Seeking Pearl on, like, the Grand Life Sprint. But, like, I mean, okay. I always refer to the site. But, like, here, we can look at every sprint mile in the foreseeable future. Right, 1,000, 1,600. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. So this is the first 5 sprint mile League of Heroes. So obviously for the first one, you should be running Aston Machan. But you can see here, Seeking the Pearl actually had within top 300, had a better top 3 placement than Aston Machan. Like, so even on the one League of Heroes, where, I mean, ideally you are bringing Aston Machan, on average people were performing better with Seeking the Pearl. And like, this is basically like the only League of Heroes that you could bring Seeking the Pearl in. Like, even within top 100, Seeking the Pearl performed better than Aston Machan. Like, we can go to top 50. Am I stupid? How do I get to top 50? Top 50, 94.6, 95.8. Seeking the Pearl is very strong as a pace chaser. So that's the first. This is the first and basically only sprint that Aston Machan would be used on. Then we have the mile. The mile Seeking the Pearl was used a lot less because Helios performed a lot better. Like, Helios and Taiki Shuttle performed better than Seeking the Pearl. So, like, while she is strong, like, she's third pick here. Like, definitely double front was a lot stronger. I guess Helios wasn't played as pace, I think, in this one. I think it's Helios front, Enos Fujin front, and then Taiki pace was the ideal comp for this mile. And like, Taiki Shuttle was better than Seeking the Pearl. So that's the mile. Then we have the 1,000 meter sprint, which was Curran pace, Seeking the Pearl pace, Calstone Lido front, AS Miracle pace. You can see Aston Machan all the way down here. She's runnable. Like, you can do a Calstone Lido Aston Machan double front with like Curran Wedding. Now, Seeking the Pearl was used a lot more. And this is like 10 people use this. I don't think. Let's go to the top one. Or actually, let's just go to top 96. It's like the actual number. 96. There we go. Like, 3 people used it. I mean, it performed fine. Oh, it has a really low first place win rate. And I think this is because at this point they had Gold City Guts. Can I read Chinese? Barely. Like, I could tell you that, like, this says, I could like barely read it. Like, this says all. This is, you know, runaway, front, pace, late, end. Like, I can do enough where like I can navigate this website, but I wouldn't be able to like say that I can read this entire page. And then we have what is this? Another mile. Okay, this mile, like, Seeking the Pearl eventually, like, she's still runnable, right? She's equivalent to. She's still runnable, I'd say. There's just not that much sprints, and this is the last 1,200 meter sprint, which Aston Machan got completely invalidated by her Valentine's version. Her Valentine's version, like, is way more meta. Probably gets super power crept. So like, you can run her in, like, her strongest version is on 1,200 meters. You can run her for the 1,000, but you also need to have Calstone Lido, because you have to run double front if you were to end up running Aston Machan. It's like, it can be 2 League of Heroes if you end up pulling for Calstone Lido and running both of those for the League of Heroes. And then CMs, like, I mean, we literally went over all the CMs. There's a 1,400, which I don't think she's that strong in. She's runnable in the 1,400. So like she's like meta for 1 sprint, 1 CM, and 1 League of Heroes. And she's like A tier for 1 League of Heroes, 1 CM sprint. There's only 4 PvP events you can bring her in before her Valentine's version. 100% is better than hers. Yeah, Seeking the Pearl is... Well, I mean, when I was going over the League of Heroes, they already have Evos. Every League of Heroes will be done with Evos, because the first League of Heroes is during Grandmasters. So, like, I don't think Austin Machan is, like... I called her a sprint demon, but, like, there's so little sprints that it's not... there's so little sprints that I wouldn't really say, like, she's that worth it. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna use my selector ticket on her. Right now, my selector ticket's reserved for her. But I'm still debating on whether or not I want to. Which League of Heroes is Blade Brian used most on? I mean, it's just the long ones. There's what? There's like 2 long League of Heroes? There's a Kyoto 3000, and then there is a Kyoto 3200. And then I don't know, yeah, there's a 2600, I guess, as well. There's 3. I mean, she was used for the first 2. The Kyoto 3000 and 3200. I wouldn't say that, like, she's, like, necessary to use on the League of Heroes. Okay, so the 2 necessary ones for these long tracks are Seiyun Ballroom and Kita-sen Black. The 3rd slot can be Sakura Laurel, Narita Brian Blaze, or Mejiro Bright Christmas. All 3 of them perform, like, exactly the same as your 3rd Uma. Like, I wouldn't say Blaze Brian is stronger than Sakura Laurel and Mejiro Bright Valentine's. But it is pretty much mandatory to run Ballroom plus Kita. Oh, I think that's gonna do it for today's stream. It's kind of short. I wanted to do a little bit more runs, but man, I hate Grand Live. Yeah, I just said Grand Life. I think I'm gonna end my stream here. I'll be streaming tomorrow at the normal time, since we're not waiting for a scheduled drop. And hopefully tomorrow I will get through more than just 3 runs. But like, it's just hard to do runs when my parents are not good for Ricky. Because I need to get this Maru. I need to get this Maru with like better points. You would think with a 1 and 4, like, it wouldn't be that hard to hit. I guess not. I mean, I'm struggling to hit with a 1 and 4 here as well. Like, there's not even like an 1100 stam issue. I'm not even hitting the stamp spark. So like, I can't even complain about only hitting a 2-star or 1-star. I'm not hitting the stamp spark with medium. Oh, I think that's gonna do it for today's stream. Thank you guys all for watching today. No, you guys have... I don't know what else I'm gonna say. Bye bye.